One of the best handling SUVs in my opinion, and one of my favorites, has got to be the Porsche Macan. This is the all-new Macan GTS, which takes that great Macan and makes it even better. We're here in beautiful Portugal to test it out. The GTS takes the regular Macan and kicks it up a notch. Like all Porsche GTS models, this new Macan hosts an abundance of black and darkened features. Starting at the front, the fascia is highlighted in black. The Porsche dynamic lighting LED system is also darkened. The side blades of the vehicle feature GTS in black. You can opt to have those the same color as the vehicle. For me, I'd choose black. Standard are 20-inch RS design wheels. Of course, there are many other wheel options and sizes you can choose from. These ones happen to be optional 21-inch wheels. The rear three-dimensional taillights have a darkened effect, and the black diffuser surrounds the also dark sport exhaust system. I've always loved the look of the Macan, and this GTS in whichever color you choose with the contrasting black is a real stunner. On the inside front center, when you look at the tach, you have GTS there, you have GTS on the headrest. You have a lot of Alcantara suede in this vehicle on the middle armrest. The side armrests, the seat inserts are all Alcantara. You have brushed aluminum trim, and over in the middle you have now a 10.9-inch touchscreen with Apple CarPlay. Android Auto is not available. And what I like about this setup here is, unlike the Cayman or the Panamera that I've went to the glass touch screen basically for your middle console, this still retains the buttons, the actual tactile buttons and the switches for your temperature control. I'm a big fan of that. The seats come standard with 8-way power adjustability with extended bolsters for more spirited driving. And now you have the availability of wireless charging, and for USBs, you have Type 1 and you have USB-Cs as well. All the materials you see and feel in this Macan really are first rate, and it's what you would expect in a Porsche. The Macan GTS slots right in between the Macan S and the Macan Turbo. And one of the biggest differences between this and the Macan S, though, is what's under the hood. It's the 2.9-liter twin-turbo V6, and it's the same engine found in the Cayenne S and the Panamera, except it's just a different tune of it. And the nice thing about this engine, first of all, the twin turbos are housed right in the V of the V6. And what that means is the exhaust gases don't have to go very far, so response is immediate. And what a sound this has. We are on some beautiful, beautiful roads in Portugal right now. And what a joy it is to drive. I've always said that the Macan is like having a Boxster or a Cayman with 4 doors and extra seats in the back. Sure, it doesn't handle as well as those 2-seater sports cars, but if you need more than 2 seats, this is a pretty good compromise, that's for sure. I could see this being the perfect car for my family. For Canada, the GTS comes standard with the air suspension and the Porsche Active Suspension Management, so active suspension, and the ride height is lowered by 25 millimeters as well. Now, how much is that? Well, it's about that much, about an inch or so, and that makes a big difference when you have all this weight of an SUV. You want as much of the weight low down, and it does make a huge difference. The Sport Chrono package is available on the GTS as an option, and with it you get the signature center stopwatch, as well as enhanced drive modes like Sport Plus. The GTS will make a run to 100 kilometers an hour from a stop in just 4.7 seconds. Without the Sport Chrono, it'll take you just under 5 seconds. You have a Sport Select button on the steering wheel, so we can switch it from Sport, Sport Plus, Individual, and just like other Porsches, you have that button in the middle. Press that button and you have a Sport Response. 20 seconds of fully optimized driving. Now, how often can you use that? Well, I just did it. Let's try it again. And there it goes. Why can't you just keep it on? So this V6 twin turbo puts out 375 horsepower and 383 pound-feet of torque. It really is a gem, this engine. And it's matched to a 7-speed dual clutch transmission. What's so nice is the torque. The torque comes on so low, basically just above 1700 RPM. And whatever your gear you're in, you just press that throttle and off you go, but it's just so darn smooth. And man, does it sound good. It'll handle pretty well anything you throw at it. Give it a lot of curves and it'll even love you even more. Yeah, if I were shopping for a 6-cylinder Macan, I would totally consider this GTS. In Canada, it's about $10,000 more than the Macan S, but it comes standard with the air suspension and the 20-inch RS Spider design wheels. These two options alone on the S will run you around $8,000, almost the price of the GTS that gives you a sportier drive as well as more power. Of course, if you don't need more power, you can still go for the base Macan or the S, or if you want even more performance, there's the Macan Turbo. The GTS just seems like it hits that perfect sweet spot without much compromise. This really is a sport utility vehicle with heavy emphasis on the word sport. The suspension doesn't beat you up at all. You've got power, but not just any power, just smooth delivered power in spades. And the handling is, give me more corners. It will just eat it all up all day long. Yet you can still carry people in the back. Since the Macan was launched, it has been a segment leader, and with the addition of this new GTS, it just makes the Macan that much more special. If you're interested in a new GTS, they start at $77,100. And if you put your order in now, you can be driving it when they get into dealerships of the summer of 2020. I thoroughly enjoy creating and sharing everyday reviews with all of you and really encourage you to subscribe if you haven't already. Also, if you like it, make sure you give it a thumbs up and hit that bell notification so you'll be the first to know when another video comes out. Have a question? Make sure to leave a comment. I read all of them, and I'd love to hear on what you think of the new Macan. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week on Everyday Reviews.